Right, today is experiment day and we wanted to see if this really cool power bank, which happens to be the AC200 Max by Bluetti, been using this on and off for a while now, and it's really good getting familiar with this piece of kit. It's seriously good, and from what I've been hearing, I've got a few van life friends who have got one of these and they just can't believe how really seriously cool this piece of kit is. So without further ado, as they like to say, we're going to try and create water with the dehumidifier. We're going to magnetically fast charge our smartphone. We're going to charge up our phone or USB power bank. We're going to charge up our little portable sight light as well, and we want to see how well and how easy this piece of kit and equipment is to use. So let's get on to it then. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go straight into the meat and potatoes, which is the dehumidifier. Okay, so we're going to put that on full power right up to the very top. So we turn on our device then, and it initializes, it makes sure everything is running good. So we want to turn our AC on. Okay, so it's very simple, we just turn it on there. So now anything plugged into this will actually work. Then we're going to turn up the dial on here, and we're going to see that number should change by the amount of watts that it's drawing. Now initially it's just going to warm itself up and it kicks in. There it is. So currently that device there is pulling 136 watts. Next thing, we're going to be charging up our phone. So we just get DC and we turn it on. Very simple. And then we just put the device on the top and that will automatically charge. Next, we need to make sure that this is powered up as well. It's nothing fancy, it was just a cheap affordable sight light which I use for my outside videos. Got it from a place called Tool Station. Okay, so here we are, here's our plug. We're going to plug it in and we're going to monitor. The light is now on and this is charging up. Very silent, very easy, very simple to do. And also I think we need to get this charged up as well. Now I use this power bank, I've been using it for about a year now. It's by a company called Anchor. Really do recommend these because they just do not fail. And I'll tell you what, I'll be perfectly honest, this charges up my phone faster than anything else, which is absolutely incredible. So we're going to get this and we're going to touch the screen. The DC is on, as you can see, and we're going to plug it in here, and instantly you can tell it's charging it straight up. So everything is now plugged in. We touch the screen, which it times itself out to conserve power. For the DC, everything is being read there, so the total output from this device is reading at 18 watts. So that would be our power bank and charging up the phone on the top like we saw earlier. We click back and then we go on to AC. So the total of what the AC is pushing out is now 145 to 147 watts. So that would be the sight light, and it will be the dehumidifier, which is currently on full whack, giving it a real thorough test. So what you see here is our dehumidifier. Some of you guys who have never seen one or used one before, they're a great bit of kit. When we was in the old house, which was the council house, it was very damp in there, and my son's breathing was seriously compromised with mold, etc. So having something like this was fantastic because it pulled all of the moisture out of the air and inside this device, and it's very simple to use, and it just gets stored inside that black pull-out container. So very soon we're going to see how much moisture we actually have in this room, and yes, that will be water which you probably need to make sure that you purify just in case, and yeah, you can absolutely drink it. So there we are then. We're just going to be leaving this on now for a period of time, which I don't really know yet, but we're going to have a look at it sometime later just to see how much water this has made possible, which is incredible. I don't think I've seen any other YouTube videos and guys using power banks in conjunction with dehumidifiers to create water literally out of thin air. And as a bonus, we'll have our mobile phone charged, we'll have our power bank charged, and we'll have our little side lamp charged up as well. And it'd be interesting to see how much power this is used. I think we started the test around 98% fully charged, and yeah, it'd be good to see how much power this is used to turn that air into water. Very cool. So stay tuned, and we'll have a look about how well this little setup does. Something different, and we always try to do different things on this channel rather than just copy everyone else. So so far, let me tell you this, that device there is rugged as hell. There's massive amounts of battery storage in there. All right, so like I said, I've got a few friends now who are van lifers, and they've got one of these literally living in their van. They charge it up with solar panels, etc. And the reports I'm hearing back from them now and again, they're seriously happy with it. It's not really failed or let them down, which is very important, because let me tell you this, there are power banks out there which are very intermittent. Okay, if you can find something which is reliable and it just won't let you down, they're the ones that you really need to keep an eye on. Okay, because there's nothing worse in getting something where it's going to cut out and let you down. But let me tell you this, so far in the few months I've had this, it's not let me down once, and that's the honest truth. So we'll come back in a short time and see how much water we have in it. So here we go. There has been a period of time, I can't remember how long it's been on, but it's been at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours now. So I've got no idea. So let's find out together how much water we've made from our little device here. So I've got a measuring jug, and once this comes out, it should have a safety, so it turns off. And yes, there's water in there. So let's see how much water we've collected. Wow. Look at that. So in that period of time, we've made all of that water just from what's been coming out of the air, which is incredible. This piece of kit and that piece of kit will absolutely do all sorts of weird and wonderful different things if you put your mind to it. You think outside the box, and you're going to win every time. Because what I'm impressed with so far with this, it has not let me down once, and that is pretty cool. Because let me tell you, there are some out there which I've looked into and I've had to send back, which are no good. They keep cutting out, they're a bit dangerous. I've had an electric shock from one of them. This thing here, the Bluetti, you really do get what you pay for. Okay, in my opinion, that's definitely a keeper. These things here I can see lasting for an absolute age. And like I said in the video which I've done before this, and there is a link below this video, and I'll try to put it up on the screen if I can figure it out. The review that I've done with this is insane. The feedback's been very good, and so much so a few people have bought them and put in their vans. And if you want to look into this further about buying one of these, there is a link below this video, and I am so happy with it. And yes, as a full disclaimer, I was sent this for free to do testing and reviews with, just to see how good they really are. And all I'm doing is I'm sharing you guys the truth of my findings about this awesome piece of kit, which is the AC200 Max by Bluetti. And yes, look at that. We've made water out of thin air. So all that needs really is a rolling boil for 5 minutes, or put it through a filter to be on the safe side. And absolutely yes, in the summertime when you have heat waves and there's water shortages and droughts, you can absolutely use the solar panel with this free energy and turn it into water. Now how cool is that? So there we are. I wanted to do something different. I just didn't want to copy all of the other YouTube videos about this awesome piece of kit here. And like I said, so far so good. I've had 0 issues with this whatsoever. So well, that's fantastic, because like I said, there has been 1 or 2 which I've had to send back because they just weren't up to the task. Like I say, all of the purchasing and information link is below this video, all about this. And they are good for all sorts. Like I say, I've got 2 people that I know personally who have bought these and have them in their vans 24/7. It does everything that they need. It's fantastic. And you can charge that up in your vehicle via the cigarette lighter. You can use solar panels, or you can plug it into the mains. If you have a wind turbine, that will absolutely feed it too. So very versatile, and a very well made, solid, good quality piece of kit. Okay, if you try to get those cheaper ones, let me tell you from experience, you may get electric shocks and they will cut out when you need it the most. All right, something reliable is definitely worth the extra penny to make sure that you've got something that you can actually trust. So without further ado, that's the end. I hope you liked the video and found it interesting and different. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe to see more, don't forget that notification bell as well. Ping that and you'll be good to go. Okay, so thanks very much for watching and stay funky.